All right, so little coaching moment again here from Mandy. We've heard a lot about success today. We've heard a lot about being inspired. And I want to tell you guys a little story. I was at a lunch not too long ago. I guess I meet a lot of people going out to lunch. I tend to eat a lot. I don't skip a meal. It's one thing of my healthy habits. I definitely don't skip a meal. But I was at this lunch, and I sat down at the table. You know, sometimes you're like, oh, I hope I get lucky, sit by somebody that I have something in common with, right? So I sit down next to this woman, and she introduces herself to me and the couple of people around us as the vice president of human resources for her company, an energy company. And so I was like, oh, really cool. You know, we had same job. I'm going to have a lot in common with this person. And she was very impressive. She started to tell her story about how she became the vice president of human resources. And what was interesting, though, is as she told that story, you could tell immediately that she didn't believe that she should be the vice president of human resources for this company. And on the other side of me was one of her employees. And so she introduces herself afterward, and she actually called her vice president of human resources out and said, I don't know why you feel like you have to disclaim yourself. I don't know why you feel like you have to make excuses for why somebody put you in this position when you're one of the most amazing leaders that I've ever met. But the fact of the matter was, this woman didn't believe in herself. She felt like someone had done her a favor moving her into this role, when really, at the end of the day, she needed to remember that she had earned it. She deserved, just as much as anybody else, to be in that role that she was in. And I didn't get to know her any better, so I can't tell you the why behind it, other than she had been propelled very quickly in her career. She'd moved up extraordinarily quickly. But when I listened to her tell her story, it was because of the impact that she had had on the people in her organization. So why not? Why shouldn't she be sitting in the seat that she's sitting in today? So my short coaching moment here is, own your success. Don't use those disclaiming words when you're describing yourself. If you're in the role, own it. And I think it was Erica who said it earlier today. I don't think that there's going to be too many men out there that are going to question themselves as they are put into those stretch positions. That is a fault, and we're leading into Sally's talk here, where she's going to talk about some of these behaviors that hold us back. That is so characteristic of many of us in this room as women, to not own it, to not have the confidence to believe that I did what it takes, I should be in this role today. So there's such a thing, and Aaron and I had a good conversation about imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome, have you guys heard of that before? Yeah. What it is it's garbage in your head, right? I actually looked it up on Wikipedia just to make sure that, I was going to be saying what it really is. And it describes it not as a mental illness, but it is a psychological disorder. I forget the word that they used, but it is in your head that you feel like you are faking it until you make it, that you feel like you are an imposter and that you shouldn't be in that role. And so as I've learned over my years and getting, into roles of bigger and bigger responsibility, I have to talk myself into it. There's many times when I've been put into a position where I wasn't fully prepared for that job. I know it, but guess what? If I just kept doing jobs over and over again that I had already done before, where's the challenge? I don't want the same job. I want to grow. I want to have new challenges every single day. And so get over the imposter syndrome. Get the garbage out of your head that you're not good enough to be there, and have the confidence to do that. So that's my coaching moment. So, thank you.